Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, President Barack Obama has really messed up a relationship with America and Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood, which was the Arab Spring Muslim Brotherhood revival, toppling nations like Tunisia, Egypt, Libya, and Yemen, and creating the bloody civil war going on right now in Syria and the destruction of Damascus. But both events were prophesied. The Arab Spring was prophesied by the prophet Daniel in Daniel chapter 11, 41 through 45, when he talks about many nations being overthrown and this Antichrist spirit moving into the region. But that it would be slowed down and that Jordan would not fall, and all of which is true. But then the Bible talks about the destruction of Damascus. That's in Isaiah 17, and we've been watching that systematically happen, which is exactly what Jeremiah prophesied in chapter 49, 23 through 27. Now, after the fall of Mohammed Mursi, the 1 year reign of terror of the fierce king, the cruel Lord, who tried to implement Sharia law upon a moderate nation of Muslims of Egypt, it has brought strain with the Obama administration, who was so much in bed with Mohammed Mursi and the Muslim Brotherhoods, angering Obama so much that he cut off all foreign aid to Egypt. But the new general who helped overthrow Mohammed Mursi after 30 million Egyptians protest peaceably, no more mercy, no more mercy, it was El-Sisi, the general, who removed Mursi from power and fell out of favor with Washington. So what did he do? He went and found the Russians, and the Russians were glad to embrace Egypt. Russia is now going to build a navy base in the Mediterranean, and Russia has just signed a deal with the Palestinians to drill for oil off the coast of Gaza Strip. This puts Israel in a very dangerous, precarious situation. For if Israel doesn't sign the peace covenant, or covenant with many, the two-state solution that John Kerry and Barack Obama are shoving down their throat, they'll have to deal with the bear of the north, who will be drilling oil off the coast of the Mediterranean and saying it's their oil because they signed a deal with the Palestinians. But Israel will say, you can't sign a deal with them. Palestinians live in our country. This is still Israel, and that is our oil. Meanwhile, Egypt will side with Russia because of the $2 billion deal they signed today. Let me take you now to Russia as Vladimir Putin plays in the snow in Sochi in the Olympics. Maybe that's why the black snow fell in Siberia. God sending a sign that things are starting, a darkness is starting to cover the land. Let me play for you. Here's a report from Russia as El-Sisi is signing a deal today with the Russians, building a new alliance.
Egypt and Russia have signaled their determination to work together at talks in Moscow to seal new military, political and economic ties. Talks between the two countries are being widely seen as part of Egypt's shift to reduce reliance on the United States. But Egypt's foreign minister said the meeting wasn't against anyone, but meant to diversify Cairo's partners. Our bilateral relations are based on a solid basis with historical roots, he said. We want to build a common future together in the interests of our countries and our people. The high-profile delegation includes Egypt's Army Chief Field Marshal Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who's on his first trip abroad since ousting the country's Islamist president.
So there you go, folks. El-Sisi, a man to watch, who's already working diplomatic deals and positioning himself to be the next president, has put down the Muslim Brotherhood with a strong arm and liberated the Egyptian people again. He will reestablish the economy, and the whole time he does it with Russia, he'll do it without the aid of the United States of America, and he won't have to keep the peace agreement no longer with Israel. Things are going to get very interesting in the Middle East as Iran continues to flex its muscles, And the United States continues to squalor in a foreign policy that was based on appeasement and then betrayal of their own allies, leaving America twisting in the wind as the fallen mystery Babylon that it appears we're becoming. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. If there was ever a time we need to pray, it's now. And I understand that there's going to be a massive 1 million man prayer march to Washington coming up in, I believe, in May. I'll get the exact date for you. May 16th, I believe, is the day. And I think we're going to have to get on our knees and pray and ask God to help save America. Give your life to Jesus Christ, though, before anything else. If America stands or falls, you have to be sure your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life and be saved. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. It's going to be a powerful day today in Bible prophecy. Things are happening. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. The Arab Spring was in Daniel chapter 11, 41 through 45. It explains to you that many nations would fall, including Egypt, and Libya, but it said Jordan won't. And this Antichrist spirit would come into the Holy Land. It has. And as that went on, to Isaiah 17:1 talks about the destruction of Damascus. It is. Jeremiah chapter 49 prophesied of how Damascus will fall, systematically crumbling. It is. In Jeremiah 49, 23 through 27. And now we're watching Egypt and the Bear of the North preparing to move in to the land, to the area, to the region, setting up the great battles yet to come. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Today's show's from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com.